Greetings everyone, welcome to TFT Tarot for today, and this is Goth Tarot. So, dabblings both divine and dark. My collective reading where I look into the shadow issues of your life, the philosophies. Today I'm going to pull an extra card from a new deck, a newer deck, and I call that position the Dark Knowledge. And it will be basically what kind of information you could find that would change things. So I'll go over that in a minute, but first we're going to start with our regular reading, and of course I pull a number of cards from the various different darker themed decks that I own. So I'm starting off today, as usual, with the Murder of the Crows, where I seek to find what is our dark design for the week, what is the atmosphere, environment, focus for this week around us. How are we doing with that? What are the things we might see and maybe understand, or maybe see and not understand, or maybe not see but need to understand? So as I mentioned, the dark design is from the Murder of Crows Tarot. And the dark design is Major Arcana 11, Justice. And so the key word is justice. The idea of the focus is about fairness, equality, justice for us, for our decisions. And I think this takes us a little bit into the larger world, that this could be a very personal thing, the idea of finding out what's going on in your life legally or with decisions about you, but it could also be our inflection or inclusion towards how we experience that greater world where there is so many issues revolving around justice at stake at this time. So we'll move justice up there. And of course, it makes me feel like when we have a card like that, there's something really that is haunting us, that is in our combined collective unconscious, and it scares us, it haunts us. It's the dark shadows in our life. And so I look at the Ghost Tarot to provide a clue there. What is that, or how do we relate to it? How do we find to put it into understanding in the context of things? Does it have an impact on the idea of our focus of justice? And this week, the Dark Shadows is the reversed Knight of Wands. What haunts us, I think, is that we don't feel we have a certain quality to bring matters to the attention. Maybe it's about the justice, maybe it's about something else, but what haunts us is we're not able to rise to the occasion where our best resources, our best magnetism and charisma, ability to charm, ability to bring people along with us, it's just not there. And I'm not sure what that's about, really. I think it haunts us because we don't feel a certain level of courage to push ourselves forward. Maybe it's in the terms of justice there. So that's what's haunting us, I think, is a fear of being bolder than we feel we can be. So now I want to go to the next two cards, which are both from the Night Sun Tarot. And the first card is about the dark truth. What is the actual reality of this whole entire matter here? beyond the idea of what we feel haunts us or what actually does haunt us. And it's usually not a spirit, it's more like ourselves. What is the rational thing that's going on that maybe we can learn to understand better? And it's also Major Arcana 11, but in this deck, the Night Sun deck, as it often is, it's transposed with strength. It could be justice, but it's strength in this deck. They're sort of flip sides of each other to some degree. So the dark truth is, in all ways, whether we find we have the glib, sweet tongues, the charismatic being, we need to bring our compassion into the matter. If any level of strength is needed to be applied, we need to show that the strength of our convictions is because of the passion and the compassion we have for others in the sense of our convictions. That's kind of deep. So the next card is also from the Night Sun and is the Dark Sacrifice. And it is that sorrows that we may be forced to bear regardless, or maybe what we can give up or sacrifice in order to work better. And it's the Six of Cups reversed. And the Six of Cups reversed kind of fits in nicely here, in my opinion, because I think it's saying that maybe it's what holds us back. Maybe it is the strength of our compassion, though, but it's over-relying on the past or being mired in the past in a certain way that we're not able to focus on a future, that we would rather, or circumstances are leading us to be situated in the past, especially where it affects us emotionally. So this could very well be the kind of things that did happen here that affected, where we see the just decisions going and how we feel we can't rise to it. Although we have this passion, we're still being limited by feelings from the past. And maybe there are feelings of pain of who we don't want to hurt because maybe we hurt them before, or things we don't want to change because we caused pain by those changes. I don't know. So there's some limitations there that don't really express well. And, I would just have to say that sucks. We need to sort of figure it out and find our bravery here. But what is it that really sucks? Well, from the Vampire Tarot, we're going to look at what energies are sucking us here, preventing us from moving ahead, preventing us from just getting out our yayas. I dropped a card. I think the idea is that this thing drains us. It's sapping our will to be bolder, to be braver, to show our heart in these matters. And so we have to see it and stake it like the sucking vampire that it is in our lives. Four of Swords. We want to pull away from the world. We are pulling away from the world. We have probably decided we wish to escape the world of reason. That's from an old Tennessee, what's his name, play. I can't think of his name at the moment. Anyway, I'll probably just fix that in there. We want to take ourselves away from the scene. We want to remove ourselves from all of this. We don't feel we have the ability to face it at this time. It is possible that maybe we could recover and heal. That's an indication from this at times. And maybe re-challenge things again. But right now, we are not having it. we just really want to pull away. And so it's kind of, sucks because we're just sort of defeated here and we just want to escape and be away from the things that pain us, taking a higher initiative with boldness and compassion to battle questions of justice in our life. And we shouldn't let this intimidate us to that point. That truly does suck. But now we're going to see what kind of gift we have here in the matter. The dark gift, and I use my old friend, the Crow's Magick Tarot, to tell us what is the intuitions or insights, skills. I was going to say knowledge, but that's going to be my final gift card for the holiday season. It may come up here. Who knows? What gift can we find within ourselves or can come to us that can help us do better here, help us combat these situations? And I have the reverse Three of Wands. And the reverse Three of Wands says we have to keep on. We have to keep on, that even when we find our plans have been derailed and we don't feel we have a backup plan, Three of Wands reverse, that's almost classic, we still have to keep on. Our gift is finding that resolve to keep on, to say, this is an investment, it's not working out, but I can choose another investment. I can invest somewhere else, and maybe that will be better. So now, as I mentioned, I'm going to give us a gift of an additional card, and it's for the concept of the dark knowledge. The dark knowledge, the one thing that could change everything, the thing that could influence your decisions, change your mind, etc. And it's from the Gothic Tarot, which I recently did an unboxing for. You can look for that on our YouTube channel if you wish. But the Gothic deck is a pretty dark deck, and it really addresses what I would say are things that are about maybe more knowledging, high knowledge, ceremonial magic. It's for that kind of offering. I'm not telling everybody to go out and learn how to do ceremonial magic, unless, of course, it is your thing already. But I'm using the Goetica, which aligns with a number of classic demons and spirits, but it is a true tarot deck to give us an idea about what we think the dark knowledge we need to obtain, put into practice even, that will help us through what looks to be a disturbing week. All right. So this is my actual first time of using this deck for a reading here on Goth Tarot. Alrighty. Oh, interesting. It's the reversed Four of Pentacles. The demon or spirit's name is Fornius. And it is the Four of Pentacles. It is reversed. I'm going to throw her right there. And I'm going to say the dark knowledge you need to find is how you can safely reverse the course of material things in your life. And I don't mean saying like go from being poor and needy to being rich and affluent, but that could be it. I mean, maybe that's what changes everything, is figuring out how you can finally succeed financially. So don't disregard that. You out there who are looking for ways to come out of low incomes, homelessness, depression, lack of jobs, this is a clue saying there is a way. You have to figure it out. It may be different for all of you. I'm not a job advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. But traditionally, the Four of Pentacles says you find ways to give to others who need. And so in the application of what is the knowledge you need, maybe this is just saying if you're able to give, you are also able to receive as well. And I think that's what our dark gift is knowing, our dark knowledge is knowing that sharing is caring. How dark is that, my little pink dark ponies? But really, you know, it doesn't matter what side of the spectrum you're on. There's an energy flow in our lives, and in order to receive, we have to also give. And it becomes an energy that creates a flow. If every day you can find a little way to give something to the world, to someone else, even nurturing a plant that needs a little help growing, you are increasing that energy flow, and that it will ultimately come back to you. I really believe that. I wouldn't be here saying this if I didn't believe it. So this is Oberon saying, take care this week. There's a lot of weird energies out there, but I know you have the gifts and the knowledge to get through it. Take care. Bye-bye.